Hello everyone. Sorry that I am filming in the dark right now, but I just had to come outside where I can't be heard because it's private. But anyway, a couple weeks ago, I did a 3-day water fast in which I did not drink enough water, so it was not very easy because I find it easier to dry fast than to drink a lot of water because water makes me hungrier. Anyway, oh my god, there's moths and stuff flying in here because I had the windows open at first and then I closed them because I forgot about moths. But anyway, I did this fast and it was really difficult. It was really difficult, and it was almost like a catalyst for me. From there on, I'm doing 20 hours of fasting every day, and I give myself a 4-hour window to eat. That's called intermittent fasting. But I wanted to do 3 days because I never did 3 days before. I've only done like long 12-hour fast, 16 hours. I've done 20 hours. I think my max before was 36 hours. So I ended up doing a total of 77 hours the other week, all at once. And it really only got difficult when I was doing things like outside of the house, like caring for my nephew, and I ended up taking him to a museum and stuff, and he was running all around. I had to run after him. I got irritated. I ain't gonna lie. But it was difficult, but that's not the reason I'm making the video. I'm making the video because with all this fasting and not concentrating on food and trying to focus more on me, I started to realize some things about myself that are displeasing. So, but I mean, I've been vulnerable as hell on this channel, so why not say this as well? I have been kind of having revelations. It's lightning outside and it's so pretty. I've been kind of having revelations about myself and about relationships, and I heard somebody say if a woman is 32 years old and she's not married and she doesn't have any kids, something's wrong with her. It really bothered me, and it really bothered me until it didn't. Until recently, until I realized, like, damn, something is wrong with me. Why didn't I see it before? I'm sorry I'm laughing because it's not funny, but but it is funny because in a way I've done all of this spiritual work and done all of this evolving and all of this changing and not able to see what's right in front of my face because I really don't spend that much time single. And even if I'm single, I'm not like single. I'm always dating. I'm always going out. I'm always talking to somebody. It like never ends. And it never ends for me. I've never been for real single. I got into my first relationship when I was 19 years old, and that person was 11 years older than me. And it was not great. After like a year and a half or so, it went downhill. But you know, I was young and I didn't have anyone to talk to. I didn't have, like, as I've talked about on this channel, I don't have a mother figure like that. I didn't have like family members that could say, hey, is this right? Is that right? It just, you know, took me getting sick of the way that I was being treated for anything to happen, for anything to change. And even from there, I kind of just serial dated around until I bumped around and thought I was serious about somebody else, and I didn't like that person. Turns out I didn't like them. And it's not funny, but oh my god, I can't help but laugh because as I think back on every single relationship that I've been in, like a serious relationship, even people that I've dated. Now, I will say I have more fun dating. I feel like I get treated better dating. I feel like that's overall the better experience. But every time I'm in a serious relationship with someone, there's always an issue. And I didn't realize that I'm part of that issue. Now, sometimes I know I'm part of the issue because I know that certain things about my personality is not for everybody. Yeah, that's an issue. I'm thinking about the fact that I'm like really introverted and it bothers people that I want to be alone. And I understand, like, to me, that was like my only thing. I felt like, oh my God, I'm this perfect person otherwise. But I realized like I cook, I clean, I do everything. I'm always this self-sacrificing. But I realized this week, 20 hours of fasting a day, and I really haven't even meditated that much. I did do a couple of meditations, but not as much as I wanted to. But it's just all of a sudden really clear to me that I have been disservicing myself in every single relationship, not getting what I deserve, not getting what I really want. And most importantly, I don't speak up about what I really want. And that's a problem. It's an issue. And that, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes as women, I feel like we subconsciously get taught that if we roll with the punches, if we, what do you call it? Come on, brain. It just stopped. Compromise. Sorry. I'll keep seeing the word compromise. If we compromise, that things will get better, or we'll get what we want later on down the line. Oh, the lighting's pretty. But it doesn't happen that way. It never happens that way. I never got what I want later down the line. And I feel like things always start out good and then they just kind of unravel. And obviously that person is unraveling too, because as you know each other longer, then that person is more themselves and whatever. And they kind of treat you differently, or they are different themselves. And I realize why I'm not married, even though that's what I want, even though I would absolutely love to have kids. I have been having half of a ball with my nephew. And I do say half of a ball with my nephew because honestly, everything that I'm doing with him, I'm like, damn, why don't I have this for myself? And I guess that's probably why, like, it's in my mind to say and do something about it, because I kind of should be married and I kind of should have kids. I'm good at parenting. But I haven't made it a priority for myself because I felt like, I was this person, and I ain't gonna act like I was just being hard on myself, because sometimes I am hard on myself. I was this person that was, not nice and very negative and low vibrational. I would not have been a good mother. I definitely do better now, much better now. But I realized, like, all of this time I've been working on fixing me while I've been in relationships, and that's also not easy. It's also, I don't feel like it's a good thing for any relationship. I mean, if you already married, what the hell? You gotta change. But it's like, as for me, I've been repeating the same behaviors, the same person. I feel like it's always, there's always verbal abuse, because I grew up with verbal abuse. Oh my God, this video is going to be longer than what I want to, because there's so much that I need to say that I've been realizing about myself, and it's just, pelting me in the face. But let me continue. There's always verbal abuse. There's always neglect. There's always this victimization. I feel like I always end up becoming the victim of someone else. But I realize now, like, it's not me becoming the victim. It's me choosing the victim role. It's me choosing people that, out of all the people that I might date, why do I choose this person to say I'm going to be serious about this person? I realized that I grew up in an abusive environment, and I went and I found that to continue in for the next however many fucking years old I am. I'm 32, and geez, I moved out of my mom's house at 19. So all of them years, 10 plus years, that's what I chose to do, is to continue to find abuse in my significant other. Also, the guilt, I feel like, well, that's also abuse, when people guilt trip you and try to get you to do this and get you to do that. The manipulation, I feel like, is always a part, and it's not necessarily because they're older than me. It's just because that's what I always thought that partnership was somebody guiding you. But being naive in the sense that, like, people don't guide you for your benefit all the time. Not everybody's for your good. People will guide you for their own benefit, and they don't care. Like, it doesn't bother them that you're the person that's suffering because they're not suffering, duh. But I didn't see that. And what else is always present? I feel like the other thing is me not taking control of my finances, but I did kind of clean that up with my last relationship. But it's all, I mean, whereas the fact that I keep my money private and separate. Excuse me, I'm thirsty. But damn, like, this is the dark, I feel like this is the dark side of me. This is the side of me that I was not seeing, that I wasn't looking at. I mean, I never really try to play the victim and say, like, oh my gosh, you know, I never really try to say the victim and say this person did this, that, to me, because I will say what it is that I do too. But I guess I never really saw that, damn it, like, you keep choosing the same situation. When I think of my ideal relationship, I want to be with somebody that I can partner with, somebody that will build me and not just expect to be built up, somebody that will treat me right, somebody that wants the best for me, somebody that wants me to excel, and excel with them. Somebody that's not offended by my growth, because I do change rapidly, I think. Today I'm saying this, and tomorrow I'll say something else probably, but whatever. People need to not take this shit personal. I don't know. I feel like something inside of me is changing, and I feel like as if I'm going to get exactly what I want once my mind has fully grasped the concept of what it is that I want and what it is that I need. Because it's not that I don't know. It's more like as if I don't allow myself to even think about it on a serious level. I'm always, you know, either I'm way far ahead in the future dreaming about what I could have in the future, or I am back here being negative, like, oh, I can't even get this, you know. I can't even get my bills paid. I can't even get a job. I can't even get a car. I can't get this. I can't get that. You know what I mean? It's either I'm up or I'm down. I need to find that. What I think what's happening now is, like, I'm finding this common ground of, these are the mistakes that you were making. This is how you were viewing things. It's like my mind is literally changing. My perspective is actually changing. And I feel like as if my faith has been renewed just by being able to see me. And I'm saying that as a person who talks about spirituality and stuff, but I was somebody that really lost my faith, especially this past year. I mean, faith in me, faith in life, faith in the universe, faith in what do you call it, reciprocity, faith in, I think it's the law of reciprocity, that the good things you do will come back to you. Now it's just like, I'm recuperating that. I'm recuperating my faith. I'm building myself back up, and sometimes I have good days and some days I have bad days, but I feel like disciplining myself with the fasting, with making sure that I meditate. I'm trying to get on to the fact of doing it every day and not just a few times a week. But I don't know, I just feel better and I just feel different. And this is the least place that I expected to be different. And maybe because I'm here, like, around my family and extended family on a regular basis. Excuse me. Maybe because I'm around all of them, then I see my roots. Like, I see why I started with the behavior that I started with when it came to relationships, and why I never actually put an end to that. Even if I feel like I'm, you know, a 100, I'm on 100, or why am I fooling with people who are on 40 or on 50? Hell, you know what I mean? Like, why am I doing that? Why not get somebody that's on 102? Damn it. You know, now my mind is, now I'm like at this point where I'm challenging my thoughts and my beliefs and my behaviors and my perspectives on different things. And this is, I forgot to mention that we are still in Jupiter retrograde. We are still in Saturn retrograde. We're still in Mercury. Well, wait, Mercury starts tomorrow, I think. It might be today. Whatever. It's right now. Facebook and Instagram messed up the other day. It's right now. Pluto is in retrograde. and some planet called Ceres, but I don't really know that much about that planet and what it does, but it goes direct this month on the 20th. But we got all of these retrogrades, so it's like, I always felt like retrogrades were pointless and it wasn't doing nothing for me, but this time I'm like, okay, now I'm seeing the point of all of these retrogrades. It's like, now I'm really examining myself and changing. Anyway, that was shorter than what I thought it would be. If any of y'all are experiencing life changes as well, I'd like to hear about it, because this energy is serious, and we're in, oh yeah, like Jupiter and Saturn don't go direct until like December or something, and I think Pluto goes direct in September. So this energy is shifting. It's going to be shifting for a while, like a good while. So expect changes. And I don't know why I'm going to say this, but I feel like I need to say expect miracles. Expect changes of that caliber, or miracle caliber, okay? Anyway, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Have a good night.